Family and friends, hello and welcome. My name's Amanda Jane, and as a registered marriage celebrant, it's my greatest pleasure to perform the marriage ceremony of Jim and Toula. Beside me is Nikki, Jim's sister. If you'd like to come forward. That's all right. So Nikki is going to interpret the ceremony in Greek for us. Before we can begin, I note a little housekeeping. Toilets to my right, underneath the restaurant that we'll be celebrating in a little later. So just going down the stairs. After the ceremony, Jim and Toula have asked that a group photo be taken at the rear of the garden. Please turn mobile phones to silent and sit back and enjoy this magical union and movie-worthy love story come to the celebration of marriage. I'll notify you when Toula arrives and we will begin shortly. So I think Jim sweated enough in anticipation, so please turn your attention behind you and stand to receive the bride, Toula. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So you're interpreting now. My name's Amanda Jane, and it gives me great pleasure to be here today as a celebrant at the gorgeous Melbourne Royal Botanical Gardens. Jim and Toula are both thrilled that you, their closest family and friends, could be here today to help them celebrate their love for each other and to support their decision to continue life's journey together as husband and wife. To all guests, I have been asked to acknowledge and thank you for being here today, sharing this special moment in Jim and Toula's lives. Some of you are family, some are friends, but you have all supported them and shared journeys with them, so it's only fitting that you are the ones to share this once in a lifetime moment with them. A wedding day is often a day when couples miss those who are no longer with us. We acknowledge and hold their memories, thoughts and wishes close to their hearts today. Jim and Toula's love story began back in the mid-1970s when they were both high school sweethearts in Volos, Greece. They began their courtship attending school, stealing kisses in the hallways, going to the beach and exploring Mount Pelion. Both Jim and Toula have very fond memories of the times they shared together. Sadly, in 1978, Jim's parents immigrated to Melbourne, Australia. Whilst it was a time for new beginnings for his family, it did mean that Jim and Toula lost touch. Whilst both Jim and Toula did marry independently from one another over the years, and both bore children, which are present here today, together with a combined total of 8 grandchildren. Thankfully, Jim and Toula's love for each other never completely extinguished throughout the decades of not knowing where each other was. Fortunately, there was the invention of Facebook. and Olivia, Jim's daughter, taught him how to use it, despite his constant complaining about technology. Toula learnt Facebook through her job as museum curator in Archanes, Greece, and they reconnected, bringing us here today. We come together not to mark the start of a relationship, but to acknowledge and strengthen a bond that already exists. Today is an affirmation of that bond. And as their family and friends, it is our honour and privilege to stand witness to this event. Family and friends, Jim and Toula have asked that you all be part of their special day by being involved in their ceremony. They have requested that you collectively give them away to each other in marriage. With this in mind, I now ask all of you to please say, "We do," if you bring Jim and Toula to be married to each other.
We do.
We do.
I now ask that Nikki comes forward to read the poem entitled An Epithemion by Pulitzer Prize winner Tony Kushner. The word epithemion is a love poem or poem written in celebration of marriage. Nikki will first recite it in English and then in Greek. Thank you, Nikki. Such a beautiful poem and so fitting for the love story of Jim and Toula. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence, and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law, is a union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Jim, will you please repeat after me? I call upon the persons here
I call upon the persons here
present to witness that I